Good morning. My name is Zachary Reece. I'm the managing partner of BlockTrade Investments out of Los Angeles, California. And I will be at the Finland event as Smile Expo works their way across Europe over the next few months. And in anticipation of the event, they had posed a few questions so that we could start to give kind of a preview of what to expect on the ICO panel here in Finland. The regulations that I see as positive are those that keep liquidity in the market. When I say that, I mean a lot of individual projects have put a very high premium on their cap space. So for their hard cap, some are anticipating $50 million. No one needs $50 million to start an ICO project and to achieve the first step to demonstrate that their goal is actually attainable. So I think regulation to the standpoint, or to the extent that it regulates those wild overestimations and overvaluations, I think are positive. Now, when you start to make punitive measures, when it comes to taxes, when it comes to cap gains, you are playing with fire. Because once banks, once tax institutions, once the government gets a taste of this community, they will obviously see how lucrative it is, and things could begin to start to tighten strictly because they want the piper paid more. So as I said, any type of regulation that you see that is punitive, a raise in taxes, strict penalties when it comes to individuals who are participating in cryptocurrencies, the outlaw of participation in certain initial coin offerings, those are punitive. You're not helping the world economy. You're trying to keep your money within your borders. And so I think regulation to the point that it helps developing nations and it helps individual governments actually benefit from allowing crypto in their borders is a positive. But if you're going to sit there and say, okay, you can participate in US ICOs, but not in ones that occur in Asia, now that's punitive. And I believe that will hurt the community as well as the economy that we are developing as a whole. And I think what that is it allows for a natural ecosystem, as you've seen over the last 10 years. Now, what you will get, and what I believe you get with that approach, is very slow development and very slow adoption until the positives are seen within the borders. How do you change your mind about something? You see the truth, or you learn the truth with your own eyes. That's the same way with crypto. When individuals can see in their bank accounts that they can profit from this, or you can see that new bridges or new roads are being built due to the efficiency of the structure of blockchain and its applications, then I think you see massive adoption. So I think there are two, I think, opposing forces here. There could be massive adoption due to the rapid appreciation of a developing asset, or you could see the lack of adoption because the government doesn't support it, so it probably won't report on it much, and they'll have to influence themselves by interacting with the space, which sometimes takes a longer period of time. Well, number one, it's going to be dependent upon how developed your economy is. What services, what exports, what are you importing right now that blockchain can potentially make more efficient? Because again, we are not going to shift from a traditional economy straight to some world economy and borders are going to dissolve. You're not going to get rid of institutions that are 200 years old. You have to work with them first. So I think we're going to see the institution and people really putting in the time and effort to make a hybrid model. And what I say when I say a hybrid model is allowing blockchain to be inputted into corporations and into organizations that already impact the world, already account for your GDP, already are things that you are producing and are valuable to the outside world. Anything that can reduce overhead and increase a company's bottom line, it will be instituted. So I believe in Finland what you will see first is major corporations adopting blockchain. And that's how people will first hear about it, is at their jobs when they're instituting it in systems and back-end systems at their organizations. But you will not see it forward-facing. There's only one company I've seen in the world that has put blockchain forward-facing, and that's IBM advertising Watson. Now, Watson being a valuable asset at this point in time is very debatable. However, they're the only people I've seen that have brought it to the forefront of their organization. Well, let's get it very clear in no uncertain terms. Banks are scared of cryptocurrencies. What cryptocurrencies do is give the power back to the people. It's peer-to-peer, a business telling you exactly what it wants to create, and you either believing in that vision and empowering that vision, or saying, you know what, I call BS on that. Or that's not valid, or you can't deliver on your promise when it really comes to the experience that you're really predicting and promising to the community. And ultimately, that's what all this is about, is banking systems are worried that we are going to provide a better liquidity option for every future investment and every future bank account holder, as opposed to them. Their fees go away, their jobs go away, their institutions go away. Why would you think that they would potentially cut partnership ties? They've been threatened by processing companies. They've been threatened by traditional institutions that don't interact with cryptocurrencies and refuse to. And they operate with the oldest money in the world. The oldest money in the world is a dinosaur. Why do you think Warren Buffett does not support cryptocurrencies? Because he has something like $94 billion of little green pieces of paper that we deem valuable. The people agreed to deem valuable. Now, when we change that definition, do you believe the institutions that are predicated on its existence would support their own extinction? Absolutely not. And neither would you. So I don't call them ignorant or ridiculous for doing that. They're protecting their own interest. But make no mistake about it, we have to protect our own as well. And so don't be off-put by banks protecting themselves. Everyone is about self-preservation. But for you, what does self-preservation mean? And in a financial sense, I think all of us that are watching this video and are involved in this community can agree and attest to, we believe wholeheartedly that cryptocurrency is the future, and it will be the future moving forward, and will be the stepping stone for developing a world economy. And after all, isn't that what we all want? I appreciate you taking the time to watch us in anticipation of Finland, and I look forward to seeing you at the event. Cheers.